Welcome back, guys, to Final Fantasy XVI, where last episode, after defeating the Necrophobe, Clive and Jill unexpectedly came across Annabella and Olivier. With the Phoenix crashing into the room and turning back into Joshua, Clive stepped up to protect him by becoming Ifrit, facing Bahamut inside a blooming Mothercrystal. With the Phoenix also joining the fight, the two took turns taking Bahamut on until the brothers prevailed, but Bahamut then drank the ether of the Mothercrystal, powering up to a point the two could not defeat. That is until they joined as one as Ifrit Risen, taking to space to take down the dragon Icon and destroying the Mothercrystal, as we now witness the aftermath.
Joshua! Clive! My brother. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're alive. We both are. Nothing else matters. I never dared hope that I would see this day.
Reunited at last.
Jill. This is for my father! It is done. The demon that would tear our house apart is no more. Father.
The Mothercrystal. It's collapsing.
Right. We need to leave. No. Wait. I owe him a debt. Fine.
You there. Tell me what section.
Little as you don't reinforce the walls.
May not be the wrong situation.
Report, Captain.
It could be citizens of Spray.
Can nothing be done to call them off?
I regret not, Your Radiance. The Dragoons answer to none but His Imperial Highness. The Council is powerless to intervene.
We're hearing reports of rebel
Madness is this, Theon.
throughout the neighboring districts.
Focus all efforts on extinguishing the fires around the capital. The city can wait. Don't dally, man, go!
Your Radiance.
And I want you to find out about Dalmec's movements.
By the light! Dion, have you taken leave of your senses? Call off the Dragoons at once!
Fear not. The populace will come to no harm at their hands. I am here to save you, Father.
Save me?
A creeping darkness hides in the heart of Sanbreque. It stems from your wife, the traitorous Annabella.
Not another word, Dion.
Father, though you may not see it, the darkness has taken hold of you. It has made you forget yourself. But I bid you remember, there was a time when you ruled not with cruelty, but with compassion. Why now do you turn your back on your people? Why now do you seek to stoke the fires of war? You too have borne witness to this change, Your Eminences. And you know, as well as I, who is responsible for it. A puppet now sits upon the throne, but cut his strings, and the master loses the power!
What?
Dion, you bear steel before your emperor? Guards! Take him!
For every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. Those were your words. But when the last of your citizens has fallen, and all of their homes have been reduced to ash, what will become of your empire, of its rulers, of your god? As the Mothercrystals crumble one by one, and the blight sweeps in to claim all that we hold dear, our people look to their emperor for protection. Yet he labors not to secure their futures, but to seize what is left of the twins for himself. Even if it should come at the cost of everything his loyal citizens have labored to build.
Dion, you must understand.
A small price to pay, is it not? You've been blessed with great power, Dion. Enough to win me the world. So go, claim Valisthea for me, brother.
Dion.
Gods! Gods!
Father.
Poor father. How he doted on his children. That he would die to protect me was plain. It was but a matter of when.
You planned this?
You did well to endure so long. But you broke in the end, as I knew you would. And now Muthos approaches. Put him to the proof. I would see if he breaks. Go, Bahamut. Kinslayer.
us again.
Brother?
It's a long story.
You cannot stay here, Mother. Come. Take my hand.
Get away from me! This is all just a dream, just a bad dream! You will not take me, Shadow! You will not take me!
Mother.
If it is consciousness that weaves your wills together, consciousness that blurs the boundary between your own will and that of others, then we shall set you apart once more. The ties that bind you shall be severed, and humanity return to its proper place. By primogenesis shall a new age of reason begin.
Relax, Your Majesty. Don't you want to play? It's been a long time.
If that is your wish.
Men, you are as meek as all the others.
Such feeble creatures. Gifted the power of icons, yet slaves to fickle emotions which usher you to your doom. And so you bind your fragile wills with strands of consciousness.
The wretched handiwork of a wretched people.
The Sons of Fire were united at last, and for but a moment, their flame burned bright. Soon, Muthos shall become our perfect vessel.
And then shall the world be remade.
Not before the bonds are severed, of trust, of respect, of love. Only when every strand of consciousness is cut away, may Muthos return to our side. By primogenesis shall all be undone. Mankind shall be rid of his wretchedness, and Mythos of his will. But while he yet clings to it, he has the power to forge bonds anew. And so we bid you. Find Mythos, and sever every one.
To destroy that which has no physical form. You ask the impossible.
There is nothing your black blade cannot cut, Odin. We shall unite with Mythos and bring forth a new world. So long as our vessel remains unclaimed by humanity.
It shall be done, Master. My will is yours. Mother.
Okay. All our discussions must be done while naked to make sure no one's wearing wiretaps. That's how I'm headcanon this. A lot has taken place. Our mother has taken her life to... It's that weird thing, isn't it? Because they acted exactly as you'd expect them to act. Thank you, Pierre, for gifting that sub. It was their mother. The person that should have loved them and they should have loved. But with all she had done, that was gone and carved away and lost to time. So it's that thing. They know that there's something and they should feel, but they just didn't. Because it's hard to. Blood is the easy part, right? Forging bonds. That's the hard part. And that seems to be the theme of everything. Right, so with the capital down, Ultima's plans continuing onwards. What is next? We return to the hideaway to probably more build-up and session, you know, like quests and monster hunts, etc. We'll find out, but Odin is after us. One-shot kill, I hope not. One-shot kill, I hope not. And Dion lived! Well, we've got Bahamut's power too. Oh my goodness, what the hell?
How is your brother?
Asleep since I returned from the Dominion. Taya says he should be back on his feet soon enough. For a while, at least. She discovered something on his chest. A swelling, circled in stone.
The curse. For every mountain we climb, another rises up to greet us, doesn't it?
It's never ending. Even the sky seems to have grown tired of it all.
Things fall apart. I don't like the sound of that. The power of light. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Bahamut's essence. Tuning with Bahamut not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, we have Holy now, do we? But also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Impulse, which creates multiple spheres of light that pursue a target, dealing it continuous damage. Ability details are found on the Abilities tab in the main menu. Bahamut's feat. Use Bahamut's iconic feat Wings of Light to begin casting Mega Flare, an immensely powerful spell that showers enemies with a deluge of searing light. The longer the spell is charged, the more powerful the result. Press circle to cast the spell when ready. Taking damage while casting will cancel the spell. Yeah, that looks like it. Probably Mo's. Especially on a single target.
Tali won't be happy if I disturb Joshua. While he rests, I might as well see what Otto has to say.
New items are now available at Charon's stall. A new crafting recipe is available at the Black Hammer too. Lovely. We've got some new missives. It just literally came up with that. And nothing else. Oh, Jill is in the room. There we go. I was wondering that. Well, I guess first of all we should check out what we've got. I tried to press triangle. What the hell? I guess that is the old menu button, right? I mean, how many ability points do I have? I'll be spending them for a bit, though. I should probably, like, sort out some more stuff here. Flare breath. Oh, that's kind of cool. Breathe forth a plume of light aspected flame that deals continuous damage, as you can see. Also got impulse. Deals continuous damage, but I was gonna say it looks like Mega Flare is the best one of the lot. It itself is a damaging ability. What if it's got a cooldown? This track as well is so close to Final Fantasy XIV track. It's unreal. Begins casting Mega Flare. If we increase it, increases maximum Mega Flare level to 4. Mega Flare dodge. Perform Mega Flare dodge. Mega Flare. Strike an enemy multiple times with a single Mega Flare. Unfortunately, I can't put that on anyone, so it's more about like putting abilities on other people. We have 3,518 ability points. Satellite. Summon multiple light aspected familiars that attack any enemy on which Clive uses magic. So every time you do a burst, it does extra damage. That's kind of nice just to have that extra. And then you've got Giga Flare too. Oh my goodness. I have enough to buy it. Oh, let's go all in here. Ugh. I feel like this might be the way. We're dropping Garuda. We're dropping Garuda. Just wondering what abilities I put on otherwise. Get Bahamut. Then on it we'll have Impulse. No, we'll have Giga Flare and should learn the ability I want actually. I think that one's cool. Satellite may be pretty good. It's got really good stagger add as well. I mean, that's the damage of that is more based on how much I managed to put out. So upgrading it again increases the number of satellites. Even if Clive is recovering and cannot cast a spell, pressing triangle will command the satellites to attack. Okay. So Giga Flare and then Satellite. So we can use Satellite while scrolling through. And then like we could be using like our counters and other things and normal attacks in the meantime while we're in Titanic Block, etc. So we're using that basically as a fire and forget kind of ability. And then, well, we'll figure out what our new everything is. I might move Flames of Rebirth out now that I've got Giga Flare. But what do I change that for? be something from this lot. So that's also extra damage on time. I feel like it's layering damage on. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so we'll I'll take that. I'll upgrade it. We need 1,000 to master it and get it on. So in the meantime, I may as well just keep that, I guess. I mean, this could be really good too, though. It just does damage and defends me. Just kind of another ability along those lines. I'll put that on for now. We've got quite a lot of these abilities. So we got Bahamut, Phoenix to get gap close. And then we won't be able to drag them down anymore for that cool animation. That's the only issue. That's, I think, the thing that's missing. It's a shame, that. Right, let's check out the hideaway.
It will take time to come to terms with everything that happened in the Dominion. But time is the one thing we always seem to lack.
It does feel like building up so that we have lots of extra damage added onto our combos would just be pretty good, because it works all the time. Do you know what I mean? What's on the table? Greetings from Crimson Caravans, eh? Actually, did these not get read? I think these didn't get read. Whoops. About the other day. I think, did I read them or not? I'm confused now. This is for doing the quest? I'll have you know I ain't never shed a tear in front of no one, not even my mother, and you won't soon catch me doing the like again. So if it please your lordship, we can both forget about the whole damn thing. I think I read this. The Sith I chose to follow all them years ago was gone. There ain't no dragging him back from the depths of whatever hell he's talked his way into. But his legacy, that lives on in you and everyone else here in the hideaway. Sure as the sky is blue, at least I think it's still blue. And as long as it is, I'll be right here where you can count on me. Yeah, they just don't grey out like these. See, these three, because they're quests, tricked me into thinking that was not red. Greetings from the Crimson Caravans. I trust you and your party gain the Dominion without further event. Should your travels ever bring you back to the markets and put you in need of additional assistance, so you will find the Crimson Caravans more than happy to oblige. We might even offer a discount on our usual rates. They're quite high rates. Reports from our brothers and sisters afield are all the same. These accursed skies cast not only a pall over the land, but over the hearts of her people. Hearts already heavy from the fall of Dominion and the destruction of Storm's final Mothercrystal. But now the realm endures, but with each new flood do her few remaining children descend further into madness. The situation is, as ever, dire. Fresh wings shall find you on the new moon's turning. Until then, our watch continues. May the crystal's curse be broken, the curse breakers. Quite the mess, eh, Cole? Theodore, sorry. I thought you were our curse breaker, buddy. I'm his face. I'm so handsome. Yeah. I could, like, steal his hair, maybe. Word out of Twinside is that there's little left of the capital after the Mad Prince's royal tantrum. But what of you and yours? Did you manage an escape before the city went tits up? I trust you did, but a Stolas might be good to set El's mind at ease. Okay. Well, I guess we start at Blackthorn and work our way over from there. What bird have you found now?
Round and round the city clock, the wyvern chased the eagle. The birdie stopped to catch his breath. Down came the eagle.
You're messing up your blimmin' rhymes here, kid.
Lady Charon told me that you've begun dealings with the Crimson Caravans. A word of warning. Tighten your purse strings when in Bock, lad. There are few shrewder than Eloise in matters of business.
So yeah, I think everyone knows, like, by the overall cadence of it, that you can get what one that was. But the issue with all these olden time rhymey stuff, right, is that usually they have hidden meanings or, like, past meanings or past words to them that are not good today. Let's put it that way. One of those things you, like, sing as a kid and then you grow up and you go, oh.
What do I owe the honor?
Use the forge.
Sword in, dear.
We got Brightbird as an available sword. +2 attack, +2 stagger. Oh my god, we're living in a dream world. Lingered there no warmth nor smoke, but his light did burn both flesh and bone.
Should last you a good while.
I don't think it will. It's not as good as you think it is. Let's put it that way, mate. It really ain't.
That it? Fine.
Thanks for not leaving me in the Dominion. If you hadn't come back, I might still be stuck there. I told Nan we flew back on the Phoenix, but she walloped me for telling fibs. Can you tell her it was the truth, Clive?
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
What's going on
Stock up while you can.
with the skies? I hope you're not expecting me to explain these skies. If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say it were the end of the world.
Realms in chaos.
I've had orders cancelled on me left and right, and that's from the few associates I haven't lost contact with.
As the old saying goes.
There's opportunity in adversity. The market for sharp steel's more bullish than ever. I'll find a way to keep this place fed and watered, don't you worry. I won't let our little family go hungry, whatever the weather.
Go on then.
Well, I don't think there's anything really for me to buy. Skill and experience ones seem a bit silly. I mean, the ability points one seems pretty good in normal encounters, so you can go grind it up. It's an option.
It'd better all be here.
When am I going to find an elixir? What? Last elixir? Is it the easiest elixir to produce? No, but it is the last one you will ever need. Upon KO, automatically restores all HP, fills limit gauge, and increases attack bar by 10% and defense by 30% for 60 seconds. Oh, I feel like I should own this. It's obviously not a one-time one, but now we've just got, you know, an actual Phoenix-ish down. But then I wouldn't want to, like, against like an S rank dying repeatedly, I wouldn't actually want to leave the encounter like, I'm 20,000 gil down. That's more for like story battles than it is for like normal hunts.
Finished, are you?
What do you have to say about the skies platform?
Trouble with your gear, or fretting about the skies?
Won't help me get my work done. So I'm going to keep to my forge and leave saving the world to those better suits to the task.
Yes, that is.
They fancy giving me a hand shoeing the birds. Hey, wait. Question.
I'll keep the forge up.
Didn't Mid go there, by the way? What happened to Mid? Mid, are you alive still?
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his own son's spear.
Never. Dion the Bold. Kinslayer.
I saw it happen. The Emperor impaled himself on Dion's spear. It's completely different.
We're all gonna die. You hear me? The Akashic are coming and they won't stop until they've slaughtered every single one of us.
How do you suppose they'll manage that? You ever seen one of the blue bastards swim?
Good point, I guess.
I was thinking I might pen a novel of my own to tell the story of the hideaway. I change all the names, of course. Well, except for mine, that is.
You don't want a pseudonym then? A pen name?
We've received word that the displacement stacks have arrived safely in Canva. The rest is up to Mid.
Okay, it's fine. I just mistook things. Oh, Mid ain't here then.
All this fuss over a few dark clouds. You'd think the people here had never seen a storm before.
You can tell she's old because she can't get with the times. Oh no, it's just clouds. It's just really hot. It's just the hottest it's ever been. It's just El Nino as well, coming in to make it even hotter. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Scientists are dumb.
The girls here can have Otto and Gav and Gareth and Cole and all the rest. My heart beats for another. Now, if only Lady Taya would let me into the infirmary to see him.
Well, the real question is, where is the other one?
Is there anything we can do? It doesn't feel right sitting around waiting for the world to right itself.
Might be Goat has some work. That, or you could join the Curse Breakers.
You look just like a princess. And you look like the princess's sister.
Says the hypocritical, I'm not allowed in there, am I? Oh, I could go in if I want to. Streamy guy running all the tech to stream and all that. Yeah, okay.
I can hardly lift my arms. The curse, it's...
You just need some rest. I'll stay here with you. Oh, if you'd like, that is.
The injuries suffered by both your brother and the prince were bad enough. But that wound above Joshua's heart is unlike anything I've ever seen. Were he not a dominant, I fear he would have succumbed to it long ago.
That's the whole thing. Well, hopefully we're going to get some explanations in the future. Hopefully this week, this session. We'll have to find out. What new hunts are there, Nectar? How are your adventures going? Did I ever tell you about the time I took a trip to the islands west of Storm?
You mean the Iron Kingdom?
Is that what you call them, Kubo? In Moogle tongue, we call them the Smithies, and the strait that separates them from the mainland, the Quench. I was adventuring down the Dalmekian coast when I saw bright lights and black shadows out in the offing, Kubo, so I flew over to take a look. Imagine my disappointment when I learned those lights and shadows weren't busy forges staying in the land with soot, but blighted rocks leaking lava. Still, from what I've learned of how the locals treat strangers since, Kubo, it was probably for the best that I didn't get the chance to stay around, yeah. I love how that Moogle does look pretty much bang on with a little toy that you can see slightly in the background. It's nice to know your plushies are in date, you know? It's my wife's. I just steal them. Ooh, an S rank is back on the menu. A dread dragon. Sambrakoi's legend tells of a dread dragon who set near half the realm alight with his torrid breath before being sealed away behind a magical mist by Grigor herself. Some sources claim, though it has long been forgotten, or some sources claim, though it has long been forgotten which parts of the tale are true and which are mere myth, the recent reports of a great dragon's roar reverberating around the woodland passes of the Empire are real enough. The only reticence I have for doing an S rank, apart from the fact that they're really fun, is that it doesn't seem like the reward gets us anything. Like, now? How dare I just do things for fun? I mean, it'll get me something later, surely. Here's the 10 of clubs. The merchants who ply their trade across the fields of Korava tell of an outlaw 5 and 20 hands high and mighty of who preys upon unescorted travelers. They claim he lives alone in one of the many abandoned villages that litter the region, but none has been brave nor foolish enough to narrow the search any further. If you who read this have either or both of those qualities, the Dalmekians beg your aid. Is that the place where I had to, like, put away my weapons and couldn't run then? A lone rowing boat. The Mageth brothers. A lone rowing boat has been sighted making land off the coast of Port Isolde, its occupants wearing the garb and speaking the language of Iron Kingdom crusaders. One can only assume that they come to take their vengeance upon Sid the Outlaw for destroying that which they hold most dear. We advise against all travel to the area, lest they think to kill or capture our members in retaliation. Well, I'll have to look more. So it's Dalmekia, Rosaria, Sambrakois, obviously. That's harder to find than you'd expect, isn't it? It's not meant to be found easy. And you guys have nothing?
Otto, how fares the realm? The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fact storms out Mothercrystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
Vivian, oh Vivian Ninetales.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Tell us more. Elucidate us.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen Mothercrystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Alright, speak with Harpocrates next. It's a bit where no one's asked the question, is this destroying the Mothercrystals actually contributing to this massively? But of course, even in real life, things have to be excised for things to get better in the end. Remember when, like, we were all in COVID and we were all on lockdown and all that? And, like, streams cleared up and fog and mug and smog kind of all cleared up in certain places, etc. It's weird that. And then, of course, the businesses wanted us all to stop working from home and go back to work, right? Despite the fact it was having actual benefit. Just such a smaller thing.
Will there be thunder?
Will there be thunder? That is what Sid would know.
Sid, did you know that chocobos are far more resilient to the effects of ether than most other beasts? Some say that's one of the reasons they were tamed for use as mounts and sumpters. so that an ether flood wouldn't mean instant death for their riders or drivers. Me, I reckon they built it up over generations. Too many foolish traders driving their birds into floods, and only the toughest surviving.
So we need another pandemic. No! But I could like almost guarantee we're probably going to have another one in our lifetime. Yikes.
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
I'm expecting quests to pop up any second now, but not yet.